Okay, so here is another way to populate an array, and I think you'll find this a little bit easier. If you know the values that you want to put in your array at the onset of the program, which we do in this case, the colors of the rainbow, we know what they are, then you can populate the array at the time that you create it. So I'm creating my array of strings. Once again, we have 6 elements in the array. And because I know the values here, I can provide this comma delimited list in curly braces. Okay, so that's another way of doing it. You may not always know what the values will be for the array, so this may not be a reasonable choice, but in this case it is. So now that we have a fully populated array, really the whole point of putting data into your program, into variables or into arrays, is you want to get it back out and do something with it, maybe display it to the user or something like that. So let's display the contents of the array to our user. So we're just going to provide a list of colors. Now, arrays and loops go hand in hand. With a simple variable, we could have just, if we had, color 1 was red and so on, we could just do something like this, and that would work just fine. But we have an array, so you can't just do something like this. That's not going to fly. What we have to do is loop through the array one by one element at a time, and display each color. So basically, I'll use a for. You can use any of the styles of loops to loop through an array, but I'm going to use a for loop. So we're going to say for count, whoops, I have to specify the data type there. Count equals 0. Okay. Count is less than 6 in this case, because we have an array of 6 elements. And then our increment here. Okay, and now I will write the cout statement to print the color from the array. Now, the thing is though, this alone isn't going to cut it. Colors alone isn't going to cut it. I have to specify an index, which we established in the last tutorial, the last video. What am I going to put for the index? Should I start with 0? Well, this is a loop, so if I do something like this, what am I going to get? Red, 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 all the way down. Okay? So you don't want to put a 0 in there. What should I put there? You think about what's changing as this loop repeats itself. Okay? You think of our loop counter, count. It starts at 0, and the loop is going to keep going while count is less than 6, but we're incrementing count. So count is changing as the loop goes on. First time through the loop, count is 0. Second time through the loop, count is 1. Third time through the loop, count is 2, and so on. So really, count is going to correspond with our array indexes behind the scenes. So that is what you want to do, and this is a very important technique. You want to provide your loop counter variable as an array index. You're often going to want to do that. So that's a very important technique. So we're going to say this is the loop counter as array index. Okay, now watch. Okay, and there they are.